Okay, yeah, I think we can see that. So I've connected the switch up, yellow and white to yellow and white, white to white, red and white to red and white. And I've not got the ignition on, so let's just check. I've got my circuit tester, and when there's a circuit we get a noise, so I've got the switch is on for run, so the engine should be running, so we should have connection. There we go, between the yellow and white and the white. Now I'm going to turn the kill switch off, so now we should not have a connection between yellow and white, and there we go, nothing there. Connect it back on. No. That was good, I'm missing it completely. There we go. On, off, on, off, on, off. So no, that's working okay. Great. I mean, obviously I'll check it when it's on the bike, when it's running, but we now have what appears to be a working kill switch. So I'm now going to put it back on the handlebars. I think the first thing we're going to do is get that get the front brake working, because the front brake obviously goes on the back of the switch, and so we need to do that first before we put the switch on the handlebars. Okay, so we've refitted the switch. We haven't quite done everything up yet, but I've got the I've now fitted the master cylinder onto the new switch, and we're getting ready to bleed it. But what I'm doing is I haven't connected the hydraulic hose yet, because what happens is you notoriously get an air leak in the actual master cylinder. So what I've done is I've set up like a little bucket there, so that I can just make sure that we're actually getting some fluid out. Now, because I've stopped doing this to take this video, you see some of it's run out and I've got another airlock. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to pump this back up again, and I'll tap the master cylinder, tap the reservoir and that until we get, and then I'll quickly put the connection on. But that's it, because sometimes you can be bleeding forever, and the reason it's not bleeding is simply because there's nothing actually coming out of the master cylinder. So doing that, then connect that, then bleed the rest of the brake. Okay, so I'll go off camera. I'm going to pump this a load of times till I get fluid back out properly. I'll be tapping the master cylinder with a wooden mallet to try and encourage any air to go up. As soon as it comes out, I'll whack the hose on. Okay, and there we go. We've now got I've connected it up and pumped it a few times. A load of air came out after I connected it. We've now got a fantastic brake, and believe it or not, I've not even had to bleed it, because any air that was in that pipe has actually come up out of the master cylinder. So I've got a really good, solid, totally solid front brake. Nice feel on it without having bled it. So I'm very, very happy with that. So we're going to put the cap back on, and then we're just about done. I've just got to tidy these cables up a bit where we change the kill switch. Then we'll start it up. We'll just double check the kill switch is working now, and check the actual starter's working, of course. Put the headlamp shell back on, and hopefully we're about done. Pleased. Okay, we're going to start her up. Petrol on, tickle, chokes on full, because it's cold down in this basement. And then we're going to see if the starter will engage, which would help if it did. And then I'll rev it a bit, and then we'll try the kill switch. And we have kill. And we don't have. most of the time the starter's engaging, the sprag is okay. There's a couple of times then when it didn't engage again, so I don't know. You know, we followed the instructions on it, and we sprayed it with this special chain lubricant from Morris, and I don't know what else to do. No, there we go. But we're going, it's starting, we've got the brake, we've got the kill switch working, and I'm fairly happy with the starter. I don't know what else to do. It's either that or run it in oil continually, but that means taking the whole primary chain case apart to put all the oil seals in that weren't put in the first place because they weren't going to run it on oil, you know, because it's belt drive. Okay, but you know, it's fine for me. Okay, it might miss a couple of times on the start, but as long as it engages the second, third go, I'm happy with that myself. Rather than taking the whole damn thing apart. Obviously, if it gets worse again, then that's going to be a problem. Right, good. Just got to put some cable ties on these cables, and that's it. We're done.